With all that's wrong in our world, it's easy to lose hope. But that's exactly why it's all the more vital to recognize and reward courage, compassion, and real acts of heroism. The stories you'll hear today are of real kids making a real difference for the animals, the planet, and each other. They are heroes in the truest sense of the word. Hi, it's Emily from Bite Size Vegan, and welcome to another Vegan Nugget. In my series for kids, I have a video all about how kids are total superheroes, which you can watch here. Today I want to introduce you to some of these heroes and the woman who has made it her mission to recognize their heroism as well as educate future kid heroes.
Hello, I'm Susan Hargreaves, the founder of Animal Hero Kids. The reason that I started Animal Hero Kids is because I was a 9-year-old child taken into a chicken hatchery. And what I saw there was so shocking that I still remember it very clearly today, many, many years later. And I looked to the adults in the room that were working the conveyor belts, gassing and suffocating the male chicks as soon as they were hatched. And no one could explain to me why they were killing the chicks. And I felt I was the only person in the world that felt that way. And now I get the honor to help kids help animals.
Susan founded Animal Hero Kids to recognize the heroic acts of kids all over the world helping animals, as well as educate future Animal Hero Kids by going into schools.
We reach about 30,000 students each year with presentations about helping all animals. And whenever possible, after our Be an Animal Hero presentation, the kids make their own vegan hero sandwiches with ingredients that we get at the neighborhood grocery store. And then we'll give Tofurkey coupons or Gardein coupons to take home to their parents.
Animal Hero Kids has a wide array of awards, including those for kids helping companion animals like dogs and cats, farmed animals like cows, pigs, and chickens, wild animals like foxes, tigers, and bears, captive animals like orcas, whales, dolphins, seals, and more.
The first award was a 5th grader in Fort Lauderdale, Seidel Clark, who was on his way to school and he saw a mourning dove that was bleeding. And his friends said, "Who cares, Seidel?" But Seidel knew what to do. I had done an assembly presentation the week before at his school, and he helped that bird. But what helped is, I think, we affirm their natural kindness. So a person knows in their conscience, I have to help this animal that's in my path. But then other people might convince them that it's not important. Another one of our categories of awards is the Russell Simmons Creative Animal Hero Kids Award. The first person who won that was actually a girl in China who wrote a song called This Ache, from the point of view of an elephant speaking to her baby and also to the poacher that kills her in the song.
These awards are more than simply giving a child recognition. Susan speaks to the wider impact they can have.
A lot of times I go to the schools in the so-called poorer areas, otherwise known as Title I schools. It was in that neighborhood, Liberty City, where 7 kids were playing on a Sunday night, and they saw a man chasing and beating a puppy. And then the man stuffed the puppy down the sewer grate. And they went to a trusted adult in the neighborhood, otherwise known as the dog lady. The dog lady and one of the boys, Kareem, went down into the sewer grate and got this puppy that was in shock, that was so badly injured that the leg had to be amputated. There was 2 schools in that neighborhood, a middle school and an elementary school. I went to both schools and gave them awards in front of the whole schools. And it was covered by the Miami Herald, and all of the media was there because there was a 3-legged dog. It had everything. It was a beautiful story with a happy ending. On the same page where the Miami Herald had the story of Winnie with all the kids who had rescued and holding their awards was a story beside of a 13-year-old who had shot another 13-year-old over a drug deal in that same neighborhood. So you can't tell me that the 13-year-olds who were acclaimed in front of their whole school for being kind and doing the right thing, that's not their reaffirmation of kindness and doing the right thing, and that's not going to help them and then help others that they're in contact with for the rest of their lives.
Susan tells another story of animal rescue by two brave girls, Evan and Natalie, of Hollywood, Florida. They were playing and heard gunshots. The girls found a bleeding Quaker parakeet and saw a man shooting the birds from his porch. They scooped up the injured bird and went to one of their parents to call the police.
The police came. The man was still shooting the birds from his front porch. He was caught red-handed. He admitted to wanting to purposely cause the birds sufferings, and he was charged with felony animal cruelty. Well, one of the girls was actually much taller than everyone else in her school because she was kept back. She was kept back 2 years. And everybody teased her at that school. I gave an award to the two girls. The day after I went and gave her that award in front of her peers, the teasing stopped. So it's a circle of compassion. And that sounds a little trite or maybe overused, the circle of compassion. But that, in fact, is what happens. When someone is kind to one being, then they're kind to another. And that's exactly the goal of Animal Hero Kids.
If you want to learn more about Animal Hero Kids, visit their website at animalherokids.org, where you can even contact Susan to speak at your school if you're in the Miami area. Find the relevant links below in the video description. The book, Animal Hero Kids: Voices for the Voiceless, is available through the website and Amazon, and Susan urges anyone to call their local library and ask that they carry a copy. The book also contains many moving stories of Animal Hero Kids from around the world, helping every kind of animal. It also includes fun and educational activity ideas for teaching kids about the value of kindness to animals, and tasty vegan recipes from Animal Hero Kids.
Animal Hero Kids that are documented in this book, hundreds of them, all around the world, helping all species of animals, proves to the reader that, hey, this is an 8-year-old who banned electroshock rods being used on elephants in the circus. This is a 13-year-old that created a video about trapping and made a company really look at what they're doing to harm animals. So when the example of other kids or young teens helping animals successfully, this 7-year-old can do it, then why can't I?
Stay tuned to the channel to meet 4 of these incredible heroes and hear about their amazing work and dedication. We'll hear from Dominic, co-president of Animal Hero Kids and passionate animal activist, specializing in the rights of aquatic animals imprisoned in so-called amusement parks. Genesis, co-president of Animal Hero Kids California, who turned her entire family vegan when she started asking where her food came from around the age of 4. Thomas Ponce, who at 12 years old founded his own lobbying organization for animal rights and is a powerful force to be reckoned with. And Haley, who traveled the country at 10 years old educating kids about healthy eating, helped cure her father's diabetes through her entire family going vegan, and now runs her own nonprofit organization and is kind of BFFs with First Lady Michelle Obama. Each of them will have their own dedicated video to tell you all about their incredible work. These kids and all of those within the Animal Hero Kids books will astound you with their compassion and dedication to the animals. If you're a kid, never believe for a second that you can't accomplish amazing things and make a huge impact on the world. If you're an adult, never underestimate the courage, wisdom, compassion, and ability of kids. If you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up and share it around to show just what kids can do. If you're new here, do hit that big red subscribe button down there for more awesome vegan content every Monday, Wednesday, and some Fridays, and not to miss out on more Animal Hero Kids. If you want to help support Bite Size Vegan, check out either of the support links in the video description below, click on the Nugget Army icon there, or the link in the sidebar. Now go live vegan, be a hero, and I'll see you soon.
Hi everyone, my name is Jasmine, I'm 11 years old, and I want to tell you how I feel about fur. When I think of fur, it gives me chills knowing people actually violently kill an animal and call it fashion. I'm outside all winter in very cold weather for hours and have never needed fur down to keep me warm. You don't either. When I think of fur, I think of how we would feel if a much smarter and stronger being came down to Earth and did all the things to us we are doing to defenseless animals and innocent people on our planet. When I think of fur, I think of how they trick the animals with bait to get them in a trap, and then trick the people by covering up the truth. Words like conservation, nuisance control, and calling for green. You are a victim of the fur industry as much as the animals. You have been lied to, but today, I'm telling you the truth.